Hey everyone, so today is Tuesday, March 21st, the day before my birthday, and you are about to see a really messy desk. Yesterday I wanted to film, but I had forgotten my camera at home, and I don't have any room left on my phone, which I know I should update. Tonight I have to go to the last reading class that I have to take in order to get bumped up to the next pay raise. And I'm really excited for that because it just means that I've made another goal of mine, and I have 2 more goals to make. I really want to get to my master's plus 30, which means 30 credits. And I also want to get to my master's plus 45. And in order to do that, I can do 2 things. I can get my PhD, which I don't think I'm going to do. I don't think it's necessary for me and my future goals as an educator. So I think that I might go back and get my second master's and get it in, it's called Human Resources with an Educational Leadership track, so that I can get my admin certification. I don't know if that's the direction that I want to take, but I at least want to have my certification, that if the time were to come, I have it. I do a lot of professional development. I love learning. I think if I require my children to be lifelong learners, or at least not require them, but encourage them to be lifelong learners, then they need to see that I am also a lifelong learner. My final project was super simple. If you haven't read Notice a Note, it is a comprehension skills and methods book that teaches teachers to use what's called signposts. So the Notice a Note book had signposts in it for fictional text, and we use another text called the toolkit. It's called the Comprehension Toolkit, and in the toolkit there's a few lessons that talk about non-fictional signposts. So I created a flip chart, that was my final project, of the 5 areas of reading and their signposts. Now, phonics, phonemic awareness, and fluency and vocabulary don't necessarily have true signposts like the book Notice a Note will tell you about comprehension, but I created my own signpost. So it's what you should look for as a parent or teacher when you're trying to teach your child phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary. I incorporated the comprehension into my final project because, of course, that's where I got the idea. So I'm pretty excited to turn that in. Anyway, so I'm going to go to class, and maybe I'll vlog on the way home. Probably not, because it'll be dark. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, March 22nd, and it is my birthday. I am 27, and I'm so excited for what my life will bring me. So today was really nice. I have 28 lovely students, and even though there's a lot of them, they're great kids. I have really good kids. They're a great class, and they made my birthday one of the best. I love the cards that they all made me. They're just so sweet. They all kind of say the same thing. But they're just so sweet, and like for them to take time out of their day to just think of their teacher and appreciate their teacher, it does mean a lot, because students and children don't understand all the time and commitment that goes into teaching. We didn't do too much today. Testing has finished, and we're just getting caught up. We're studying volume right now. So yesterday we did a really great activity on counting cubes, and today we learned the algorithm of volume, length times width times height. Or not the algorithm, I guess it would be the formula. And then I just have to pack up and get ready to go. So I will see you guys later. Hey everyone, it is Thursday, March 23rd, and I am on my way to the pub. We just got out, and one of my good friends, Katie, came into my room, which is random because she never visits me. No one ever visits me. It's because my classroom is outside in a trailer. Nobody wants to travel outside. Today was a really great day. I had my students take their post-test, and they did amazing. There were a few hiccups here and there, but I think it's because of time. They're given such long passages to read in a short amount of time that I don't really want to blame them getting the answers wrong simply because they may not know the answer. I would rather prefer to blame it on not having enough time for them to read the entire text. I am supposed to be on my diet, but I'm going to the pub, and I will check back in with you guys later. Hey everyone, it is Friday, March 24th, and I am here at school at about 7:30 in the morning. A little after 7:30, I am required to be here at 7:45, so I'm just getting here. I had my protein shake this morning for breakfast, and this is all I get. Mom has me on a diet. No, just kidding. I went on a diet. So today should be a really easy day. I have to work our after-school program, which means I won't get out until about 5:15, which is not too bad. It's really nice to have an extra little bit of money here and there. It just makes for a really long day. So I'm going to go ahead and get inside. I know I still have to show you what volume activity I had my students doing this week, so I'm going to go inside and show you guys that. So this was the volume activity I was telling you about that I would show you. My students had to find the volume of the cereal boxes, and the number with the circle around it is just the number of the box. I had them do 11 boxes, and I just wrote the width, the length, and the height on the cereal box, and they had to determine the volume. So Tuesday's activity was just using the length times width times height algorithm or equation and finding the volume. But what I realized is my students didn't care which was the length, which was the height, and which was the volume. So yesterday I created the sheet, just very simple table. Box number 1 through 11 is on the back, and I required them to label the correct length, the width, and the correct height, and then determine the volume. So it didn't matter what cereal box they were using. They needed to find the numbers that I put on the box to determine the correct length, width, and height, which was really nice because they were able to see the importance of the correct length, the correct width, and the correct height. And today's activity, they're going to use unit cubes, and they're just going to be given a specific volume, and then they will have to create the rectangular prism themselves. So if you'd like more information on my volume unit, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to share it with you guys. Really, it was super simple, but I think my students got the gist of it, and we'll find that out today. So I just took my kids to specials. They had music today. So all of our computers, if we want to take our entire class, we have to use the media center computers. And this morning around 8:30 after breakfast and morning meeting time, I took them to visit the Park website. So this is a website that Park has released online tutorials for teachers and students and parents to use. You can access this at home or at school, any computer, any electronic device. And it's really great to get your kids on before the Park assessment, just to get them familiar with the tools that they will use on Park. In math, they have a ruler, an answer eliminator, and I think just the pointer tool. There's not a calculator or anything like that, so it's important to even have your students used to using scratch paper and working with an online test. I think a lot of students will breeze through the test because it is online, and they just think, I'll try to do the best that I can in my head, when they need to know that they should use the scratch paper in front of them to solve the problems. And most students do, but I just think that there's a lack of connection for some students between paper and an online test. And I do think there should be an option to take a paper pencil test, but we're not going to get into that today. And ELA, I haven't looked at the ELA online tutorials. I believe it's the same as it used to be, with a highlighter tool, an answer eliminator, a pointer tool, and maybe a notepad. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's a notepad in the math portion of the assessment. I will check back in with you guys probably at the end of the day. Hello everyone, it is the end of the day and I am getting my stuff to leave. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and say that it was a pretty good day. I ended up getting a headache at the end of the day, which wasn't too much fun, but overall it was a really good day for my kids. And one thing I'd like to point out, I'm not teaching a new concept in math. We've been working on volume all week. And today's assignment was the learning to take base area times height. So we started to break apart rectangular prisms in layers and reteaching area, length times width. So I have this whole unit of them creating rectangular prisms. We break apart the prisms in layers. We talk about how to find the length and the width and what that ends up giving us as area. We went on this whole spiel about how we can take area times the height and end up getting volume. And so when it comes time to assess them and give them their independent work, I always have one student that will say, so what are we doing? What is area? How do we find volume? When, if you notice, it's on the board. It's on the board. I've written it on the board. Guys, my class, who's ever watching, it's on the board, right there. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. And I've written it down, I've modeled, but yet they still ask, what is it? How do I do it? What do I do? And granted, I have 28 kids, so some of them may not be paying attention, but I move around the classroom and I'm pretty to look at, so why not pay attention to your pretty teacher? Just kidding. But, I mean, it happens. I'm not the only one that this happens to. It happens a lot. I am going to gather my stuff, go hang out with my friend, and then go to our after-school program, and then I'm probably just gonna hang out with my boyfriend and have dinner. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you guys have enjoyed my whole week teaching, and I think I'm gonna start making this a weekly thing. If you liked the vlog, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, put them in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next week.